Hello friends, in this video our topic is the Unix kernel versus the Linux kernel. In the first part we would discuss on the kernel of the Unix system. Then we would discuss about the differences between the Unix kernel and the Linux kernel. Then about the comments on the Unix and Linux. Let's start. So what is the Linux versus Unix kernel? A Linux alone is just a kernel. It is worth discussing the major differences between the Linux kernel and Unix kernel. There are three types of kernel, that is monolithic, micro and hybrid. That means the combination of monolithic and micro kernel is called the hybrid kernel. As seen in the below image, those are the very short diagrams of the monolithic kernel and the microkernel and also about the hybrid kernel. In monolithic kernel architecture, the entire OS works in single kernel space. It single-handedly defines a high-level virtual interface on top of the computer hardware. Though Linux kernel derives most of its characteristics from Unix or Unix-like kernels, however, there are some significant points of differences between the two. In microkernel architecture, the core service of the operating system run in one process, while the other services run in different processes. In microkernel, the near minimum amount of mechanisms is included in the kernel mode. These mechanisms include basic IPC, that is the inter-process communication, scheduling and low-level address space management. In terms of source code size, generally a microkernel is smaller than the monolithic kernel. The below diagram shows the difference between the monolithic kernel based operating system and also the microkernel based operating system. So, according to the features, what are the differences between the Linux kernel and the Unix kernel? The feature is the kernel approach. Linux follows the monolithic kernel approach, whereas the Unix kernel can be monolithic, microkernel, or the hybrid. For example, Mac OS has a hybrid kernel. Solaris has the monolithic kernel and AIX has a monolithic kernel with dynamically loadable modules. According to the feature of adding or removing features of the kernel, in the case of Linux, provides a great feature through which the kernel components like device drivers can be dynamically added and removed as modules. This feature is called as loadable kernel modules, that is LDM. This eliminates the need to compile the whole kernel again. This feature in turn gives great flexibility to Linux. Whereas in case of Unix, the traditional Unix system's kernel needs static linking of new systems being added. According to the feature of streams, in Linux, there are no streams input-output subsystem. In the case of Unix, in most of the Unix kernels, streams input-output subsystem is included, which turns out to be desired interface for writing device drivers, terminal drivers, etc. When the feature like preemptive versus non-preemptive approach. In the case of Linux, normally a Linux kernel is non-preemptive. However, in recent times, Linux real-time OS has started using preemptive kernels. In the case of Unix, some Unix systems are fully preemptive. For example, Solaris, 2.x, etc. Now about the kernel threading. Linux uses kernel thread just for running some kernel code periodically. Many Unix-like operating systems use kernel thread for the purpose of process context switching. Now, the ways to handle the multi-threaded environment. Through multi-threading, more than one independent execution flows, which are called lightweight processes, that is LWP, are created. In Linux, LWP is created by calling clone function. These processes in Linux can share physical memory, open files, address space, etc. In Unix, the LWP is based on kernel threads. Now, what about the Unix versus Linux commands? There are certain differences between the shell commands, that is, even among the versions of the same Unix variant. However, what varies most is the internal shell that is built in rather than the presentation. On the whole, efforts are made to keep Linux as close as possible to Unix by complying with the POSIX standard. Hence, the terminal commands in Linux distros and Unix operating systems are not exactly the same, but there are not many differences too. Each Linux distribution in itself has its own way of execution. For example, in CentOS, which is a Linux family operating system, we use YAM, that is YOLO Dog Update Modifier, commands for installation of new packages, while in Debian, which is another way for the Linux family, we use apt-get commands for installation. In IBM AIX, which is proprietary Unix OS, we use finger command to check who is logged into the system, but this command is not used in Linux. In Linux, we use the pinky command to fetch the same result. In Ubuntu or Debian, that is a Linux OS, we have fdix, parted, gparted commands for the create tasks. On the other hand, in Solaris, a Unix OS, we have a format fmthard for the create task. Now, Solaris versus Linux. Solaris, which is now called Oracle Solaris, is a Unix family OS. Let's compare Linux with Solaris. Linux supports more system architecture than Solaris does. Hence, Linux is more portable. While talking about stability and hardware integration, Solaris seems to better here. Linux also has a faster rate of development when compared to Solaris. There are few other technical differences between the two, but here we are limiting our comparison only to performance. Now, macOS versus Linux. macOS is a certified Unix OS. It has its own kernel named XNU. It is used in Apple's computers, which are considered as the most reliable PCs. macOS is relatively easy to set up. On the other side, Linux is cheaper and has a lot of open source software available as against Apple's proprietary solutions. Also, Linux is more flexible as it can be executed on almost any hardware, whereas macOS can run only on Apple hardware. For example, the iPhones. macOS uses HFS Plus as a default file system, whereas Linux uses ext4, BTRFS, etc. So, the conclusion here. Unix is very old and is said to be the mother of all operating systems. Linux kernel is also derived from Unix. The major difference between Unix and Linux-based operating systems is not in the presentation part, but on how they work internally. That is mainly at the kernel part. The difference between the two will also depend upon which exact versions of Linux and Unix you are comparing. It's also essential to state that Linux and many other Unix-like OS are free to obtain and modify, whereas Unix operating systems are not. Cost is always a major concern while deciding what technology to use, and Linux has an edge in this regard. Linux is more flexible and free when compared to true Unix systems, and that is why Linux has gained more popularity. While discussing the commands in Unix and Linux, they are not the same but are very much similar. In fact, the commands in each distribution of the same family OS also varies. Solaris, HP, Intel, etc. employ Unix internet servers, workstations, and personal computer, while Linux is widely employed for computer software and hardware, gaming, tablet, mainframes, etc.